Well, Miami Heat taped game one, 92-84 over the Dallas Mavericks. And, you know, I was watching a group of guys here tonight, and a lot of us were kind of down after the game, like, oh, here it goes again. Well, do we have a chance? But, watching this game and seeing the way it went, I feel like Dallas sitting out of this thing, and it's game one, so they shouldn't be. But, before it started, one of my friends said, we're going to see how this series is going to go in the first quarter. And the end of the first quarter, 17-16 Dallas. Close, back and forth, ugly game overall. But at no point, and there at the end, Miami got their run. Miami clamped down on defense in the fourth quarter, and LeBron James took over, and Wade as well, and sealed the game. Dirk hit some shots, but they were kind of meaningless because we couldn't get stops at the end. So congrats to LeBron, Wade. That's why they brought those guys together, so they could LeBron couldn't do it on his own. So he's joining these guys, and they're doing work right now. And so that's what I was worried about, because you've got these immense talents on Miami's team that, even though Dallas is full of veterans, you could definitely see that team, the Mavericks getting overwhelmed by that. At no point did I ever feel like the Mavericks were overwhelmed by the stage, by the talent on the other side of the ball, any of that stuff. So to me, I think Dallas can get a split. Now, I'm usually a big pessimist when it comes to the Dallas Mavericks, as y'all know that I'm usually really down about it, as most Mavericks fans are. We're usually expecting the ceiling to fall every single time the Mavs hit the floor with something on the line. Today, I'm disappointed they lost. I thought this was a game that the Mavericks could have won. There was a sequence in there, I believe it was late in the third quarter. The Mavs, or maybe in the fourth, the Mavs were getting like stops, 4 or 5 stops in a row, and were missing open jumpers on the other side of the field, on the other side of the court. So it was, to me, I feel like the Mavs can take game two. Now, if they don't take game two, then we're going to have a different story on our hands. Game two is extremely important in this. But I feel like, it's not, and don't get me wrong, this is not we got them right where we want them. The Miami Heat outplayed Dallas overall in this game. And so, but what I'm saying is, it does not feel like a blowout to me. It doesn't feel like a blowout series. But you know what? What we've seen in the playoffs, especially this playoffs, is that the effort and mentality of one game doesn't really go over to the next game. So in this game, ugly back and forth, where it looked like Dallas had a shot there in the first part, but then Miami pulled away. Dallas could go and get blown out in game two. Or they could come out like Trailblazers and just take care of business. I don't know. But what I'm saying is, as Mavericks fans, don't give up right now. It's one game. It's easy. Like I said, Mavericks fans, we're usually really, really pessimistic about this team. But I even said, after that Portland series, after the way they responded, after I was just like, I was almost wanting to call it over after we gave that big lead against Portland, and then we saw how this team responded. This team will respond. This team will, I'm not going to say they're going to win game two, because I don't know. Miami's a good team, but I don't see this team falling apart like other Mavericks teams in the past. I look for us to give the Heat all they can handle. And I thought we did that tonight for most of the night. So Mavericks fans will be fine. Dirk will get his shot. Dirk had 27 points. It didn't feel like he was as much of a factor. The Heat did a great job of doubling him up and not letting him get the kind of shots he likes to take. Sean Marion, he was a second leading scorer, but he made a lot of mistakes, as he usually does. We've got to have better production from Jet, better shot selections as well. So I think that it felt like nobody on the Mavericks team had a really good game, and they were in it for almost the whole time. So I think Dallas has a shot in this. Don't count us out yet, guys. But congrats to the Heat. Game one, they took it. They earned it. Game two, let's hope it's a different story. So go Mavs. Mavericks fans, we're going to be fine. Have faith in this team. I think this team, above all the rest that we've seen as Mavericks fans, this team should earn our respect and earn our faith in them that they can turn this around and take game 2. So, congrats, Miami Heat, but Mavs, got to get ready to go in game 2. See you guys later. Go Mavs.